Habla my Bilaadi. When my khala speaks, a metallic voice on the phone, I want to respond, Zain, alhamdulillah, but I have swallowed too many dandelion seeds. I cough up a cardamom. What's the word for cardamom? Can't remember.
Can I just say, it's amazing seeing this, that the national poet of Wales is a Muslim woman, and seeing Arabic and written in this poem.
Being a hypervisible Muslim woman in a role that is considered like a national-facing role, people, again, make misconceptions about you and decide whether you're fit to represent the country. In fact, before the announcement went out, there was a lot put in place because we were expecting a backlash. When there would be comments like, not my national poet, or she looks so Welsh, or Hanan is such a Welsh name, and they were just funny. They were just so insignificant. But genuinely, the role has been a pleasure and an honor so far. I had this really strange moment, like a premonition, or I don't know, something, but there was this wave of certainty that I was gonna have a really significant moment in this Arab room. Having this Arab room in a Welsh castle in the capital city of Wales, it really kind of just captured everything about me, and I just forgot about it. Years later, when it came time for us to take a photo to kind of announce me as national poet, Literature Wales were like, okay, you know, we'll get you to stand by this nice wall or something. And I was like, oh no, we're going to the Arab room. I grew up in Penarth, which is a small town next to Cardiff. Growing up in the 90s, it wasn't particularly diverse. My racial identity wasn't very clear to me. For quite a while, I thought that I was white, like everyone else around me. And then I had quite a racist experience that kind of made me see myself in a different way. From that point, I've always just kind of tried to understand where I fit as someone who has mixed heritage. And then I got to my teens and moved to Cardiff. We moved to Grangetown, and it was a whole new world. It was like, wow, there are people who look like me, who dress like me, walk down the street. And that was great, but obviously brings different challenges. So I've always written since I was little. Putting things to paper has always helped me make sense of what's going on around me, what's going on in the storm upstairs, I usually call it. I didn't keep like a traditional journal about my day and that sort of thing. It started as a kiss journal, so it would detail different people who I kissed and rank them and this sort of thing. And then that kind of slowly transitioned into writing poetry about different experiences. A lot of poems about dragons and a lot of bad emo poems that will stay on a shelf where they are now. My first dream career was ballet dancer. Eventually, I just kept coming back to poetry. I kept coming back to that place. Guilty, I reply into a tin can. I'm fine, Auntie. And watch the miles of quivering string disappear into crackling darkness. That night I remember. It's hail. The H, a sweet exhale. The string knots inside my chest, and it feels dangerous, like I'm holding too much, like a world pretending to be a city, and so I run. My feet pounding on Cardiff concrete, melting myself into the memory of here. There's a quote by Audre Lorde where she says, if I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into the fantasies of others. And I really felt that quote. David Cameron was the Prime Minister at the time, and he made this kind of throwaway comment about Muslim women. And as always, when people talk about Muslim women, they speak about us as a monolith, as if we're one homogenous group. And he said that Muslim women don't integrate enough. And to be spoken about in that way and to feel so kind of voiceless was really frustrating. So, as I always did, channeled my feelings, my rage, my confusion into a poem, quite a bad spoken word poem. So I put it on Facebook, and I just got a lot of positive responses from people who felt validated. That was a sentiment that a lot of people felt. For a long time, I would only get asked to write about identity and belonging. And I'd be like, I just want to write a poem about my cat or about the rain or something like that. But I think, you know, it keeps you mindful of Toni Morrison when she says racism is a distraction. It distracts you from the work, and it's true. You know, when you're trying to sort of hone a craft creatively, you want to explore all realms of possibility and not just cram your sense of self into one thing. The poem Bilaadi was a commission jointly from Literature Wales and National Dance Company Wales. You know, the title itself is a mix of Welsh and Arabic, Bilaadi. And Bilaadi, it specifically means like my town, my city, but it also more generally means my place. But the string in my chest never ceases its song about a land abandoned, her beauty braided into my bones. Yeah, Bilaadi, sings the string. I always stop running in the same place. She is there when I look out to sea, eternal as the cedar tree. She strides the horizon towards me, the string rooted in my chest, handcuffs around her wrists. I am sorry to see her bound, to see how my longing leaves angry memories on her skin. But wallahi, I hope it never tears.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The language mixing is so real, so true, so raw.
It's a beautiful poem. I feel like it's very like visual. Like I feel like I'm like walking through the street with her. I'm seeing like a split screen. Like I'm seeing Cardiff, but then I'm also like seeing back home.
For third generation surviving Palestinians, so many of us haven't been able to even breathe the air of our homeland.
When it comes to me and poetry, like one of the reasons that I like strive to do everything I do is because the lack of people that look like me that I see in this scene.
Ya Bilaadi. It's beautiful.
What impact do you hope your poetry has on people in general?
Impact that I hope my work has on people is to see difference as something to be curious about rather than feared. So if I can add to that in some small way, then I'd be happy.